Today, we're comparing two electric scooters. One that I recently reviewed and is a scooter that I don't see much talk about or much interest and has very compelling specs. The emovecruiser V2 all-wheel drive version, an electric scooter that is not much talked about. This upgraded unit has several features and options that you'll not find in any other electric scooter on the market today. That makes this unit very interesting, especially at this price level and specs it has to offer. You'll get surprised. Power output, and how smooth the delivery is. And that is a scooter that was recommending a $2,000 price range last year, and in my opinion, one of the best options in 52-volt systems. Here's the Roadrunner RS5 Max, a great all-around commuter that is the fastest in 52-volt configuration. We have 1400 watts dual motor with total power delivery 2800 watts, a 52 volts system and 32 amp hour battery, a frame that offers swappable battery, perfectly balanced, a new design that looks clean and slick. The upgrades are impressive, and it makes this probably the best performance 52-volt scooter option for range and comfort today that I have tried so far. And on the other hand, we have the emovecruiser V2 electric scooter that is 60 volts with the biggest battery capacity in under $2,000 price range. And we have 1000 watts in the back and 1000 watts in the front. Another cool thing here is that you get split rim design, so replace these tires will be fast and easy, and these tires are hybrid and they're puncture proof, so it makes this scooter perfect for commuting, but ignored and not talked or debated much. And since there's so many comments asking on the channel which is the best scooter options in this price range, and there's so many more models available today to buy, but I narrowed it down to these two models since I own them, I ride them, and I like them the most. Let's test these models and see which one has more torque, more range, overall power delivery, and offers more for your money. Both scooters have the same top speed, but I think it will be very interesting to see which one accelerates faster. We'll compare range, design, features, adjustability, suspension, weight, lights, comfort, maximum load, waterproof rating, charging time, and brakes, and see which scooter gains the highest score and is the ultimate commuter to own. My weight 225 pounds, rider on the left 220 pounds. We added a backpack, a jacket, and got close to 220. It's super hot out and we decided to stay at 220. Emove 80% battery charged, the RS 95% charged. Ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Line up? Yeah. All good? Yeah. At 3. 1, 2, 3. Max, go! Let's go! Let's go! Max, go! 1, 2, 3. This is so much faster, man. Yeah. And even less is 72%, where there's like almost like full. Yeah, this thing's hot. Alright. Yeah, swap and let's go. Oh, I don't like this. Ready? At 3. Alright, go. 1, 2, 3. Oh shit, yeah. One, two, three. Cross my side, man. Come on. 1, 2, 3. On top speed, both scooters get 10 points since they both reach out maximum top speed of 45 miles an hour, but on acceleration, cruiser gets more aggressive, it's way higher torque, more powerful off the line, and gets 10 points where the RS Max gets only 8 points. Cruiser price is $17.50 and RS5 Max is $21.99. Cruiser gets 10 points for the price and RS5 gets 5.5 points. So I deducted 1 point for each $100 incremental difference. On the specs, Cruiser V2 is 60 volts, 30 amp hour battery capacity, and RS5 Max is 52 volts, 32 amp hour. So the Cruiser V2 battery is slightly bigger and gets 10 points, the RS5 Max gets 9 points. When it comes to range, the Cruiser V2 got 38 miles on the full charge and the RS Max only 30 miles. Here we get 3.8 points for the Cruiser and 3 points for the RS Max. The design is way more appealing on the RS, modern, sleek, you have more futuristic, more sporty design. This anodized blue is just stunning. The rubber deck and the footrest are perfectly integrated. The Cruiser has a more minimalistic design, it is wider, offering more space on the deck, but we have a cheaper grip tape and nothing on the footrest. Still, a clean, good-looking design, but not as advanced as the RS Max. The RS gets 10 points and the Cruiser I would give 7.5 points. When it comes to features, Cruiser V2 has the stem height adjustability, and it's a taller extension I've seen in any electric scooter, allowing 7 feet tall riders to use the scooter, and I have to give 10 points here. The RS Max does not have this adjustability feature. Suspension, it's a big factor here. RS has a very good suspension action. Front and rear hydraulic spring shocks, we don't have adjustability on the shocks, but out of the box the rear is soft, plenty of rebound, comfortable, feels perfect. The front shock out of the box is stiff. I covered in 2 days close to 80 miles and I feel like it's breaking in and is giving more travel and getting soft. Super comfortable and fantastic in a city like New York. And off-road, overall very good, extremely comfortable to ride the scooter. The Cruiser, on the other hand, was tested in a Falls Church where the roads are perfect. And I stated in the first review, if you guys seen, the suspension is entry level and needs to be upgraded if you ride on the rough roads. I had the chance recently to ride the Cruiser in New York City and I have to say the ride is terrible. On these bad roads it just doesn't dissipate the energy well, it hits into the handlebar and it's just uncomfortable on long rides. Good news, I have the upgrades here that makes this scooter perfect and it only cost me $150. Which fixes all the issues and brings the total price to $1,900, which is still $300 cheaper than RS. The RS Max gets 10 points and the Cruiser gets only 5 points here. Another important factor is the weight. Cruiser V2, despite having a bigger battery, wider deck, and a quad suspension and lighter with upgraded option shocks, offering more acceleration and torque, comes to 72 pounds and RS Max weighs 88 pounds. When it comes to dual system and portability, shaving 16 pounds, keeping the same specs or better, it's a big deal. Cruiser gets 10 points and RS Max gets 8 points. Tubeless, hybrid tires. Another cool thing here is that you get split rim design, so replace these tires will be fast and easy, and these tires are hybrid and they're puncture proof, so it makes this scooter perfect for commuting. These tires, kind of like close to hybrid, the tread is very minimal. If you can look closely, they're not hybrid, much smaller tread, but they're amazing on the road and they have some good grip off-road. Both models have tubeless tires, good tread, good traction. Since Cruiser V2 has puncture resistance and split rim design, this is a big thing when it comes to changing tires or flats, and it gets 10 points and the RS Max gets 0 points here. Check the lights. Wow. This is not improvement, look how bright it is. It has a triangle shape and covers so much. You have all this area. And here it's not completely dark, so let me show you guys the front view. And you have this triangle shaped lights top and the sides on the bottom. Really nicely done. You have also the side lights and you have turning signals, the sides and the rear. And here you have brake lights, really bright lights. Look at all these improvements, and the lights actually like it a lot. It's super bright and covers so much in front of you. This is insane. I like these lights. Look at this. Hits far, wide spill, very good light. And you can adjust lower, higher. When you get lower, it needs to be a little bit wider, but still, if you go fast, this is perfect. Pretty bright. And look at the back, extremely bright. And let's check the brake lights. Not bad, not bad. And also we have turning signals. The only thing is not beeping, just you have this light here in the front. It'd be nice to hear some noise and also a flashing signal on the screen, a flashing light on the screen. That would be really cool. And this is the look from the side so you guys have an idea. Pretty good lights. Both models have decent good lights, but since the Cruiser does not have the side LEDs and the light is not as white as the RS Max, also RS with the front side lights just looks brighter, gets 10 points, and the Cruiser gets 8.5 points. Maximum load 330 pounds for both scooters. Water resistance is also the same, IPX6 for both models. Each model gets 20 points. RS Max has a removable battery option that Cruiser does not have. This is a big thing for those that do deliveries or ride long range for work or personal purposes. RS gets 10 points and Cruiser gets 0. The deck space in the Cruiser is much wider and longer compared to RS. Also, the scooter is much lighter, so V2 gets 10 points here, and RS I would give 8 points. You'll see that this Emove Cruiser, it is lighter, it is wider, and actually has longer deck. So a lot of riders and comments, if you look at my videos, if you're a subscriber, you'll see a lot of people like longer decks and much wider, so you have more real estate to adjust your feet, especially for longer rides. Both scooters have hydraulic brakes, but the RS has the nut model, which is better quality and performance than Zoom brakes. RS gets 10 points and V2 only 8 points. The cockpit, I like this screen, all the information properly displayed, easy to read, speed, battery, the most important parts, and you have the speed level. The brakes are Zoom brakes, Roadrunner branded, entry-level grips, and good console, and I like this trigger. On this model you have much better brakes than not brand, custom console, I like this more, and the screen is like acceptable, nothing special. Mostly here you can see the speed, the single door motor, and the speed level and how much you covered. So more concentrated, and so I like more that screen. I think it's an e-bike screen and I got more used to that because I review mostly e-bikes. Both are good screen. I think just that one has more edge, more compact. Here is like more kind of like widen and thicker. Also here with the key, so this doesn't really work perfectly. It's kind of like, you know, if you remove the key you can't really close it, so it's a great idea, but execution, you know, when it's new, it just goes in and then you have to like play with it. It's kind of like useless, and the key, you have to be careful not to like leave it there. You see kind of like bends. So design wise, safety, it's a feature you don't have on that model, but here you have to be careful not to bend it. Console, custom, I like this aluminum, very nicely positioned here so it's closer to your fingers and easy to use while you're riding fast. And you have this design trigger. I like that one more, but both, this is a preference. The grips, much higher level quality, much better and more comfortable for longer rides. Brakes here are more superior, and both work great. It's just comfort and design wise it just looks better. Charging, RS gets 10 points since we have 2 charging ports and the Cruiser only 7.5 points. There's only 1 charging port on the scooter. Both scooters came with 2 amp-hour chargers out of the box, and both have fast 5 amp-hour chargers options to buy. I think for range, in this price range, even if you go to $2,500, there's nothing that beats this model. I think this is the king of range and $2,000 price range. And also split rims, adjustability. What else we have? 60-volt system. I think this is the only one that, and it's below $2,000. It's just unbelievable. It comes how it comes. So if you're like comfortable with this height, this level, you're good. If not, you have to like, if you, let's say if you're short, you have to cut here, you know, drill the and lower this down. That's the only way. There's no way to adjust it or get used to it. And suspension, it's perfect. Like 3-4 inches of travel, and really good. Even if you don't have the adjustability like the higher end shocks, still it's perfect. Like you go over bumps and like bad terrain, it just feels perfect. Look at that. Yeah, suspension is perfect. This locking mechanism looks quite different, and you have this button here, so you press down and then opens up. You can see there the notch going down and holding that screw. Press it down, open it, and this is the bolt that's holding it. Once you bring it down, locks in, and now you can handle and lift it. Super fast and convenient to fold and unfold on the fly. Folding mechanism, you have to turn this knob and the entire stem collapses, and you have the same hook connects to the foot pad. This option, it's more time consuming and less elegant compared to the Cruiser V2. And here are the results with the all points added. The Emove Cruiser V2 total of 150.4 points, and the Roadrunner RS Max total of 139.5 points. You can pause the video and go through all the numbers section by section or row by row. And here are some other graphs collected and reviewed by other riders comparing more options in this segment based on performance and results where emovecruiser lands compared to other scooters. Here's the range per dollar graph and top scooter option, range versus weight, where the cruiser stands versus all other scooters, range per dollar versus all other scooters in this sector, price versus battery capacity, maintenance, expenses cost per 1,000 miles. You guys can pause, go through the numbers and analyze these charts. I hope this comparison was done as objective as possible, and I would like to see your feedback. Let me know in the comments below which one would you choose from the scooters. All links will be down below, check them out. Thanks so much for watching, like and share this video if this is helpful, and I'll see you next time.